Hello everybody and welcome back to another one of my videos. This is Aviation 04 and today we're going to be doing a 3 model unboxing. So I was very fortunate enough to order these from Squatchy's Diecast with their Black Friday deals, and I was able to get a good amount off. I would highly recommend them if you haven't tried them already. They were able to ship me the models very quickly, and the prices are very good for the models that they have in stock as well. They've got quite a variety, so I would highly recommend them. So in this box I actually have more than 3 models. I'm going to save one of them for another video. One of them is pretty special, so that should be coming very soon. But with that, starting off here, we have this JetBlue A220 by Gemini Jets, and we'll just dive right into the review. So just taking a look at the box, I mean, it's a standard Gemini Jets box. You have your pamphlet with the information, you have the model, Gemini Jets, and then on the back you can see it's a 2023 release. But yeah, it's a pretty standard Gemini Jets box. So we'll just get into the model. Opening these boxes, especially the new models, like when you order them brand new, they're very tough sometimes. I always want to make sure that I don't tear the box or I don't crease it in any way, so I'm always typically pretty careful with it. But here we have the model, and it's a good one. I've been really looking forward to getting this. And so we'll get right into the review. So starting off at the front, you have your nose cone, you have your cockpit windows, and you have JetBlue's aircraft named. This one is Dawning of a Blue Era. So if you're unfamiliar, JetBlue names all of their aircraft, and this one, once again, is Dawning of a Blue Era. They've done a lot of cool ones, especially with the Mint. Moving back, you have your L1 door, and then you have Fly-Fi, that little sticker next to the L1 door. And then moving back, you have your big JetBlue billboard titles. In the middle of the aircraft, you have your overwing exit, you have your wings, and then you have your winglets with the Hop's tail design on it. And you also have your ginormous Pratt & Whitney 1500 GE engines. And moving back once again, you have your Wi-Fi dome. You also have your registration with the American flag, November 3044 Juliet, Airbus A220-300, your rear exit door. You have your vertical stabilizer with the Hop's tail, horizontal stabilizers, and your APU. So if you're unaware, the A220 is going to be JetBlue's succession to the E190. Gemini Jets actually just released an E190 with, actually, I think, ironically, the same tail. So I probably won't pick that up, unfortunately, just because they are going to be retired within the next couple of years, if not already. I think some of them are already being phased out, but JetBlue has also replaced them on the surface from JFK and Boston out of Syracuse, and they've been flying into Orlando a lot, so it's a good piece to have. I'm really fortunate to have it, and for JetBlue itself, it helps a lot because now you don't have to worry about training Embraer pilots. You'll have an all Airbus family, so that makes things easier for them. But moving on to the next model. So next up we have a very useful model in a lot of airports. We have a UPS 757, and this one's in the old livery. I decided to get the old livery just because I wanted to add a little bit of variety, because cargo can be a little boring at times, so I figured it'd be good to get the older livery. And I didn't even realize that this model came with a stand. When I ordered the 767 and the MD-11 from the UPS company, they also came with stands, but this is an older stand. It actually has the screw in it, so I'll have to put that together. Taking a look at the box, I mean, it's even more basic than a normal Gemini Jets box. It just has the UPS logo all around it. And now we'll get into the review. So this one's, again, a very basic model. It came out in, I think, 2000. I want to say this one came out in around 2011. I could be wrong. I'll put it on the screen. It wasn't on the box. But It's a very basic model. There's not too much detail to it, but I also don't mind that either. Knowing it's an older model, I don't expect a high amount of detail, so there's obviously no antennas. A lot of the printing is not what you're used to when seeing Gemini Jets models. But starting off at the front, you have your nose cone, you have your cockpit windows, you have your L1 door, you have your gear door, which actually doesn't have anything on it. You would expect the registration on there, but there's nothing there. You also have your landing gear. It's very basic. Moving back, you have UPS's logo and slogan, worldwide services, synchronizing the world of commerce. Nowadays, the UPS planes actually only have the worldwide services. They don't have that lower level of text. You also have your cargo door. And seeing as there's not much else, moving back once again, you have your registration. This one's registered as November 463 Uniform Papa. You have your vertical stabilizer with the UPS logo on it and your horizontal stabilizers. The gear doesn't roll. And actually, funnily enough, looking on the other side, there's no R1 door, which I thought that was interesting because I don't expect a high level of detail for an older Gemini Jets model, but I do expect all the doors to be there, so I thought that one was interesting. But regardless, I'm really excited to add this. A lot of 757s fly all over the place, so should be it's a good addition to have, and it'll look very nice next to the rest of them. And then finally for the video, we have this last model. And this is another cargo model and another good one to add to a lot of airports. We have the FedEx 757. So taking a look on the inside of the box, you have your pamphlet if you want to pause and read that. This box is different too. FedEx and Southwest both have the white boxes, and that's pretty much the main difference. I mean, you've got the CGI aircraft on the side, and then this one is a 2024 release. So they did this one back in 2020 or 2021, I want to say, and then they just redid it, and I'm very glad they did redo it because this is a very important one for a lot of airports around the country. But we'll get into the review. Starting off at the front, you have your nose cone, your cockpit windows, and you have the world on time. Moving back, you have your L1 door, you have your gear door with the numbers of the registration. It's hard to see those numbers, but they're 921. Moving back, you have your FedEx Express titles, you have an antenna, and you have your engines with also the FedEx Express titles. Moving back, you have your wings and your main landing gear. And then finally, you have your registration with the American flag, November 921 Foxtrot Delta. And then to conclude, you have FedEx on the tail, the vertical stabilizer, and your horizontal stabilizers with the APU in the back. And then unlike the UPS 757, this one does actually have an R1 door, and it looks very nice on the other side. Again, another very basic model, but a great one to add to the collection, and a great addition to bolster the cargo section. So I'm really fortunate to add all of these models to the collection. Once again, this just bolsters everything and makes the airport just that much more realistic. It's good to be back. I know I say this a lot, and I hope to continue to be back and continue to upload. It's just tricky. School's very busy. Extracurriculars are very busy. So it's a little tough to find time at times. Hopefully there will be an update within the next couple days or so, and another review of a very special model, as I hinted to earlier. It was in the same box, but this one I think deserves its own video. It's very, very cool model. But I want to thank you all for watching this. I really hope you enjoyed. If you did, I would really appreciate it if you liked and subscribed, as that does help a lot. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day, and goodbye.